Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your MC for the day, Kennedy.
Yes! What's up, Morning Glories? How is everyone? Are your hands blistered from clapping at all the fantastic, phenomenal speakers we've had so far? Anyone lose money last night? Nope, just me? Good. Now you're all here, you're rested, you're serious, you're ready, you are the stalwarts. You all get an extra 10 points for Friday morning attendance. I had to pause for a second, like, is it Saturday, Friday? Are we at Freedom Fest? Mom. It's great to have you here because today is going to be a very, very exciting day and night. This really is the culmination. And if you have been dreaming about offshore investments in beautiful places with sandy beaches and crystal clear water, boy, do I have a speaker for you. He has promised me that he is going to be the very best speaker you will hear all of Freedom Fest. I don't think he's overselling a thing. I think he's fantastic, but he's got places in Nicaragua and Belize, and we're all going to Belize after this. Are you with me? That's right. I would like to introduce Michael Cobb. He is the CEO of Offshore Advantage and ECI Development. His firm has been in real estate development and created a holding company for several properties, including, I'm going to get this wrong, Ambergris Cay, Belize. Almost said it right. 3.5 miles of Pacific beachfront property due west of Managua, Nicaragua. We're all going there. We're going surfing. And 1,100 acres and 3 kilometers of coastline. We had to switch to metric in Costa Rica, which is one of my favorite countries in the world. I'm excited for his speech. So let's give a big Friday Freedom Fest welcome to Michael Cobb.
It's great to be with you all. Kennedy, thank you for that introduction. That was stellar, by the way. So what I'd like to talk about this morning is something that's very, very important. And I think a lot of times many of us at a conference like this are looking at freedom, obviously, and we're thinking about personal freedom, but we're really focused in our actions on financial freedom. And the preservation of that financial freedom through diversification of assets, gold as a hedge maybe, some folks in crypto, things like that. So what happens is we get really, really focused on this notion of the protection of things as the asset. But truly, what is the most important asset we have? It's us, isn't it? Aren't we the most important asset that we have? And when we don't think about that, when we don't protect this asset, we're really at risk. And so what I'm going to talk about today, and I hope you'll ride along with me here, is how can we protect the most important asset we have, which is us. So I'd like to talk about the train wreck, because we certainly have a train wreck coming, don't we? Right? Train wreck of debt. How many folks in here really think that this is sustainable for any long period of time, right? U.S. debt's $30 trillion, that's doubled in the last 10 years, right? I mean, it's just insane, right? And this is the century of enslavement, but I would say it's the century of financial enslavement, right? The Federal Reserve, right? They say they're not political, but come on, really, right? How about this one? I love this cartoon, right? Hurry. Just shovel more money in. That'll get us back on track. This is a great audience. This is a great group. It's a great conference. Mark Skousen does a wonderful job over the last, 12 years putting these on, because we all understand that this is just nonsense, right? U.S. dollar has lost 90-some% of its value in the last 100 years, and gold has done tremendous, right? And I'm not a big gold bug per se, although I do own metals, of course, because I believe in the preservation of financial assets. I hope you do too. And I would argue that gold does equal financial security, right? Financial freedom. Gold is financial freedom. But gold, diversification of assets, the protection of things, say in an asset protection trust, right? This is not personal freedom. This is financial freedom, but it's not personal freedom. And so there's this other train wreck coming. There's this other, and I would say even a much worse train wreck coming. It's the train wreck of freedom, right? Can anyone tell the difference between school airports and prison anymore? Right? This is so sad, isn't it? It's just so sad. The commercial for the governor guy that's running here, I think in Nevada, a minute ago mentioned civil asset forfeiture. If you have not heard of civil asset forfeiture, pay attention to this. This is scary. This is where your stuff is guilty, not you. The police, the agencies can confiscate your stuff, and it's guilty until it's proven innocent. Well, that doesn't even make sense, does it? I mean, and then we all know about COVID, and look, whether you believe that people should mask or not mask, right? It's the coercion of masking, it's the coercion of vaccination that we as freedom lovers should stand against, right? It's the coercion, it's not the choice. Give people choice. Everybody should have choice, right? And then how about this guy? I mean, this is the nonsense, right? Here's a guy paddleboarding during the lockdown, right? They spent, I don't know, $50,000 to send a Coast Guard cutter after him and lock him up, yet all these folks, right, they're out partying, getting their hair cut, flying on airplanes without masks. The rich and powerful are never arrested. And so what we have to do, what we have to do is we have to protect our own liberty. We have to protect our freedom. Freedom and personal responsibility are two sides of the same coin. Yes, we want freedom. I want freedom. I hope you all want freedom. I believe you do, right? But if we want freedom, we also then have to come to the other side of it and take the personal responsibility to get it, claim it, own it, and protect it. So when a train wreck's coming, financial and or freedom, right, both, we only have three choices, right? We can enjoy the ride. Not a great choice. We can catch that last train out, unless you're that guy, right? Or because you all are here, because you're sitting in this room this morning, you've paid money to come to Freedom Fest, get a hotel, airline tickets, the conference fees. You have spent time, money, and effort to be here, right? You don't have to catch the last train out. We, because we're here and we're kind of on the front edge of some of this stuff, we can actually buy the seats inside this train. Let's ride inside the train, a plan B. Let's have a plan B. And so now for the fun part. It's early morning. I know I'm the first speaker here this morning, but I'd like to ask everybody to stand up, please. Please stand up. And here's what we're going to do. It's a fun little exercise. Yeah, I see some people. Yeah, that's good. Get a little stretching going. That's all good. Yeah. If you are 25% sure that there's a train wreck coming, please stay standing. If you are 50% sure that there's a train wreck coming, please stay standing. If you are 75% sure there's a train wreck coming, please stay standing. Okay, so all of you are 3/4 sure that there's a train wreck coming. Everybody who has a residency outside their home country, please stay standing. If you have a second residency or a second citizenship. Round of applause for you guys. Yeah! Yeah! Well, thank you all. Well done. You have true personal freedom. When you have a residency outside your home country, you have a plan B. You have an option. Right? Just think about this for a second. If you don't have, look, I'm assuming most people are US or Canadians, right? As US and Canadians, we can literally get on an airplane right now and we can fly to 100 countries around the world without a visa. We can leave anytime we want. And this is the mantra I hear from so many people. So many people go, oh, if things really go off the rails, if that train wreck's coming, I'm going to leave. Great. Get out your passport, go to the airport, and leave. The real question is, how do you stay? Right? When you show up in Jamaica, Aruba, Portugal, wherever it might be, and you walk to the immigration office and they stamp your passport and say, welcome to Portugal. You're coming in on a tourist visa. And that visa is good for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, pick the number. But at some short period of time, it's over. And you have to leave, or you're an illegal immigrant in that country. See, so we're lulled in this false sense of security as US and Canadians that, oh yeah, if things really go off the rails, I can just leave. I'm going to leave anytime I want. Correct, you can. But it's really, really hard to stay. And for the, I don't know, 15, 20 people, I couldn't see very well, 15, 20 people out there who have a second residency somewhere else, what you've done is given yourself the permanent permission to stay outside your home country if things really go off the rails. Now, let me say that I have health insurance. I spend a lot of money on health insurance. It's a lot of money these days if you're self-employed, right? But I hope that I never get the best use out of that money. Like I'm not hoping to have a heart attack so I can get good value out of my insurance money, right? Nobody does. A Plan B second residency is like insurance. It's freedom insurance. It's what gives you the right to live somewhere else if the train goes off the tracks, if there's this giant train wreck here in our home country. And I hope that most of you, all of you, are really, really intelligent folks. You're here. Take action. I mean, I'm going to give you one simple thing. There's no money involved. I'm going to give you one simple action that you can do right now today, right? Just simply to get the information to begin your research. There are a world of options. Yes, we work in Belize, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, Portugal. We own properties in all these countries, and we help folks make their choice to get a second residency outside their home country. Belize, I love Belize. It's a great place. We work all over the place. If you want to join me today in the, the Andros room at 310, we're going to expand on this presentation. We're going to look at some countries. We're going to look at the process of residency and make it really easy. But actually, the easiest thing you can do is to take out your phone right now and take a picture of this QR code. You will be able to download the residency guide for countries around the world. Not just the countries you work in, but many countries, to give yourself the economic and personal freedom that you deserve and you need. I thank you all very much. Have a great day. Please get that picture, and we'll see you soon.